Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Skirminator. Now, you've clicked on this video because you are interested in how I got so good at being able to drive a boat on ice. Now, if you did not know, this is incredibly difficult, and it's taken quite a bit of practice, but hopefully this video can be used so you guys can learn quickly and maybe one day challenge me to a race on one of my Formula 1 tracks in Minecraft. Maybe at some point I will announce some sort of event on that. So this video is going to teach you guys how to be a pro ice boat racer. So let's get into this with the first step. So for the first step, you will want to come on to mcpedl.com. There will be a link both in the description and in the comments below to this exact page. So what you want to do when you go here is you want to type in ice boat or ice boat raceway, and you will find when you hit enter, right up at the top you will see Ice Boat Raceway Crazy Edition and normal Ice Boat Raceway. Now these two maps are both made by me and they are absolutely free to download, so if you feel like it, feel free to go and check these out. What I'm going to be doing today is going on Ice Boat Raceway because this is the single player version. Scrolling down past all the pictures, that's what the map looks like there. And then you go down to downloads, and there's an easy version and a hard version. Ignore the one on the bottom, that is not meant to be there. So the easy version uses packed ice and the hard version uses blue ice. If you're struggling with the hard version, feel free to just go for the easy version. It will be much easier to start learning. But the F1 tracks are all going to be made with blue ice, so if you're wanting to practice for those, I would recommend you try and go for the hard version. So you click that and you download it, and then you download it on, this is on Minecraft Bedrock of course, it will only work for Minecraft Bedrock, and then you can start playing on the map. So here we are back on the map. So here is about where you'll spawn, just down here. And now there are a few things you can do. You can read some of the rules, it's quite simple, I would recommend you read it. And it says this is the faster blue ice version of the map. So this is harder. Here is the map of the racetrack itself. Now as you can see it is in ice because I didn't know how to edit the textures back then, and it doesn't really make a difference. It's not the biggest deal, but it is quite a nice map. I am quite a big fan of it. So that's that room sorted. And then here I did some nice command work here. So this is the amount of players. If you're using this specific map, and obviously if you're on your own, go for one player. So you hit that button. Now here you can choose the time of day. I am just going to go for normal daytime. You have sunset and night. Both those times, if you have them set, you'll actually be able to see some cool lighting effects on the ground. So go and check those out if you feel like it. And then after you've chosen the amount of players, you hit this button and then it will start. So you run over to your boat. Then you wait for these lights to light up and then disappear again, and then this barrier will be removed and you can start. And then that is a good way to start a race, and that's a good segue into how on earth do you control these boats. See, it's just gone now. So the basic controls are W for forwards, S for backwards or braking, then there's A for sideways and D for sideways as well. I've hit a wall already. That's not good. I wasn't even trying to go anywhere. So what I'd recommend, when you're starting out, is you just give these buttons a tap, because you need to understand how this boat will work. That is the key part. You need to understand how it moves. You need to understand how fast it starts turning when you hold the buttons. And you need to understand how to be able to go into all of these corners and get through them easily and without hitting the sides. Something else to bear in mind for this map is that if you go at all onto the white, your momentum will be stopped instantly and you will slow down. There are a few other advanced controls that I don't think you guys need to worry about, because not even I am worried about them yet. But if you hold W and S down at the exact same time, you'll start to go forward, and then if you turn left or right, you'll suddenly realise that you're spinning much faster than how you would normally. I have no idea how to control this properly, but you can see it's ridiculously hard to control because you can just turn really fast if you're holding both W and S down. So I would not recommend doing that. So what you're really aiming to do here is just trying to understand how the boat works, and you need to just practice. I would recommend you just continually go around this map again and again and again. I would say this is much harder than the Formula 1 tracks I've made because it is much tighter and much more, it's got much more corners than the F1 track. So bear that in mind, that if you're struggling with this, the F1 track may be a bit easier. Something else to bear in mind is that there are a few shortcuts, like the one I just went past there, on this map. If you're not feeling too confident, I wouldn't bother with them yet. But obviously you can choose how to practice and you can add them in whenever you want. I'll just demonstrate the other one. There were only two. I went past the first one there, and then this one here, you can swoop right through like that, and it is very satisfying when you pull it off. 2, 1. So what I'm now going to be doing for you guys is I'm going to try and set a hot lap and do my best to commentate over it and tell all of you guys what I am doing and when. So here we go, across the start finish straight, and we're off. This first corner, very important to slow it down and get it neat and tidy like so. This next one, you hit the apex, go quite wide, and put the throttle down for this next part. This is a long turn, and it's important to go as fast as you can. It does not matter too much if you hit the boundary there, because you can keep your momentum sometimes. Through these two corners, really tight. This corner, you want to be as close to the wall without hitting it like I did there, and on the exit as well, like so. Here's the hardest part, the chicane. Now don't go into this too fast, but when you do, you circle round, you zoom around like that, and you hit the exit with a nice circular movement to speed it up. These two corners, very similar, very easy to pull off. Now, down this straight right here, it turns a bit. Now, ignore this shortcut. It's very difficult to pull off, and it does not save that much time. And down the next straight with a few turns, and this next corner, go all the way around. You should try and hit the apex, but I've missed it there. Then the main shortcut that counts, you want to get through there, and I've hit the wall. We'll just continue because that's only a minor mistake. And we carry on going. And round the final corner, now this is a trick. You want to go tightly to the side. You don't want to get too much speed and go off. And then you tuck in for the final corner and back onto the straight, and then you finish. So that was a decent lap, but I'm sure you guys can beat me there. It may take a little bit of practice, but that is definitely a beatable time. Hopefully you would have seen what I got, if I can edit that in at least. So that will just about round things up. I hope you guys have noticed since my last video, I have in fact upgraded my microphone because of all the support I've had. Hopefully you notice a big improvement. It should sound a lot better. But that's about it. I'm also thinking of doing some live streams on Twitch, so if you guys would be interested in that, do feel free to leave a comment, and I may do some online races with you guys if you're feeling up for it. So that's all I've got time for now. Thank you so much for watching, and cheerio!